Hello, everyone, and welcome to the EDGEPro channel. My name is Patti Warren. I'm the Training and Education Administrator here at EDGEPro. I have a tip for you for today, and I had a client ask me, how can we be up in our exams but down in part of our revenue? So I thought I would dig a little deeper to be able to explain how you can use EDGEPro to analyze your data to uncover these types of opportunities. First of all, I'm at the advanced reporting section here at the sales summary page. Got my date range filtered out, and I can see that we're up by 23% in our routine eye exams, but we were actually down by 31% or $5,400 in our copays and exam fee line. So when we think about our copays, we usually think about our third-party plans, and the most popular plan for this office was VSP. So I came up here to my plans button, filtered it by VSP, and I found the same thing. We're up by 19% in exams, but we're down by 37% in our revenue or in our copays. So I wanted to dig a little deeper so I could compare my copays from 2020 to 2019. And what I did is I went to my advanced reporting transaction activity page. When I came to my transaction activity page, my VSP filter should have held from the page before, but you can click the Show Me More button right here. These are a few more filters that we have within EDGEPro. What I'm wanting, the first time you come here, it will say all exam types, but I want to add a filter for all of my VSP patients that had a complete exam. Once I do that, I can hit update and it's going to hold that filter for me. Now, when we come here the first time, it's actually going to default to the by date button right here in the grid. What I want to look at is my patient responsibility amounts or my patient copays. So I want to filter it by the patient pay charges column right here. And I want it filtered from lowest to highest. As I scroll down, the revenue will change or the dollars will increase. But I want it filtered from lowest to highest. And from here, what I want to do is click on my Excel button. When I click on Excel, it's going to download this information down here at the bottom into an Excel sheet. So that's going to give me my 2020 data. Now, to get the 2019 data, I just simply need to come up here, backspace out my 2020 and change my date range to 2019. Once you do that, you can hit update. Once it updates, you're going to do the same thing. Just click on your Excel button so that it can download the information into Excel. Now, from here, I'm going to open up my Excel document so I can show you what it looks like. So you can see I've got my date ranges. Here's 2020. I've got VSP, here's my patient charges. Here's 2019, VSP, patient charges. What I'm looking for here is I want to see how many patients had a $0 copay in 2020. So when I scroll down here, Excel is going to kind of add it up for us. And as I scroll down, I can see, that we had several patients here. I believe it ended up being 71 patients that had a $0 copay. If I do the exact same thing for 2019, just scroll down here, we're adding up all of these $0 copays. Now, when I scrolled through and I added all of those up, I found some things that were quite interesting. So did my results over here on another sheet, but in 2020, actually we had 73 patients with a $0 copay in 2020 as compared to 61 in 2019. I did the same thing for my $10 copays. I had 106 patients with a $10 copay in 2020. I had 74 in 2019. I even looked at my $20 copay. All I'm doing is analyzing the different copays. We had 8 patients in 2020, but we had 16 patients in 2019. So when I come back to EDGEPro and I come back to my sales summary page, we had more patients, but we collected less money or we generated less revenue. That's because we just realized after analyzing the data there on that transaction activity page that our VSP patients on average have lower copays. So that's one reason why we have a little less revenue right here. When we think about our VSP patients, and if there's something other than a copay they might pay, a lot of times it's Optos or your fundus photos or retinal screenings, different types of wellness checks. I can come into advanced reporting and go to my CPT breakout to look at that. When I come to my CPT breakout, you can see that I've got my date range right up here for 2019. Let me get that corrected for us here. We are in 2019. There we go. October. Sorry about that. Let's see. In October, we've got our date range changed here. I can see that I had 58 VSP patients, because it held my filter, get OptiMap in 2019. All I've got to do is change my date ranges to 2020, like what we had done on the other page. Just kind of change it there. And now I can see my 2020 and I can hit update. For time purposes, I actually just took a screenshot so that we could kind of compare the two. So we can see in 2020 right here, we had 39 patients have the OptiMap. Remember last year we had 58 patients get OptiMap. So when I do the math, or put the pen to the paper as I call it, 2,262 divided by 58 on average is about $40. So we had 20 less patients spend $40 out of pocket, and this is just our VSP patients. So I'm going to kind of come back to the very beginning. We were at our sales summary page and we were looking at VSP patients. We had more patients, but we generated less money or less revenue. The reason why is on average, our VSP patients are paying lower copays, but also we had 20 less VSP patients get OptiMap. So you can do the exact same thing for any plan. So I'm going to come back to my sales summary page where we started at the very beginning. And we were up by 23% in exams, but down by 31% in revenue. You're just wanting to analyze each plan to see what you can uncover. The steps are the exact same for your different plans. Just choose your plan, and you can kind of take a look at it. If it happens to be IMED or Davis or whatever plan that you're wanting to check, do the same thing, bring it over in to the transaction activity so that way you can see what your different copays are. Hope you enjoyed this tip for the day, and everybody have a great day. Thank you.